Good morning. Brewing happiness here again. Monday morning, Magic Monday. I am on location in my beautiful backyard today because grandson Wyatt's spending the night to do a little fishing with Papa in the morning. And of course, my guest room and my studio are the same room. So I am on location in the backyard coming at you live on a Monday morning, Magic Monday. So I love sitting in my backyard, and I do it often in the morning. Usually after I record the show at 7, I usually bring my cup of coffee and come out here, sit in my favorite chair. I'll give you a little bit of my view. Morning. Let's see. Yeah, just the view of the sunrise and the clouds this morning. This is one of my, good morning, Joanne. This is one of my very favorite things to do in the morning is grab my coffee, just sit on my patio. The traffic noises are getting louder and louder these days. The street below us gets busier and busier, but it's still such a beautiful spot. Kind of alone, kind of quiet. First thing in the morning, recharging. And I do love this spot. I use it a lot. But I wanted to talk, that's our topic for today on Magic Monday is recharging. I went to get my nails done yesterday. The nails, I go regularly with my daughters. It's I'll call it one of my blessed life indulgences to have my nails done. And after a couple of weeks in the mountain, I was ready for some professional help, I can tell you. So went with the daughters, had a wonderful day, relaxing, getting the nails done, laughing. But boy, my youngest daughter had a hard time relaxing and enjoying herself. She has 2 small babies at home with dad, both of them a little bit sick. She doesn't get out often. I'm going to tell you, I raised 5 kids. I remember what it was like. Good morning, Mr. May. Good morning. Actually, I believe it's Happy Monday. Anyway, I remember raising kids. I remember the stress and I guess what I remember most about it is the constancy. I'm not sure that's a word. The constantness, the the relentlessness of small children, right? You don't get a break at work. You're mandated a 10-minute break for every couple hours you work, right? In a lunch hour. Doesn't happen when your job is being a mom. Children are relentless. They don't really have, 3-year-olds don't really have much appreciation for mom is tired. And it's not just moms get tired, right? I can remember when I worked in a corporate office and we had busy times where everyone was there early, stayed late, rushing to get work done by a deadline or coordinate things and get them together. And you went home thinking about it. You went to sleep thinking about it. You woke up thinking about it, planning what's the next step. I remember those kinds of things. And so I guess that's what I wanted to talk about today was recharging. Of course, I'm just off the greatest recharge of all times. 2 weeks of vacation, 2 weeks of in nature with nothing to do but figure out where we were going to hike or fish that day. And that is, of course, has been fantastically recharging. And I'm home eager and excited to kind of join back into my daily routine, into daily life, because that little vacation or that giant vacation, I have to say, was a reset. I was getting to the point where I was getting a little bit tired of my daily routine. I was getting just gotta do this again. And things that normally I look forward to were suddenly causing angst and I just don't want to do anything. Well, that's a pretty clear sign that you are approaching burnout, right? When things you love to do no longer sound like fun, when you're too tired to get up and really all you can do is watch TV and think about how tired you are and wish for or you're so busy that you never even get that moment to watch TV and all you do is wish for a moment of peace and quiet and nothing, those are the signs of burning out. And um, if you remember, I want to go back to a talk I did or a show I did months ago on a book that I love, The Lazy Man's Guide to Enlightenment. And one of the things I remember so clearly from that book is he says there are only two states. We have two ways of being: expansion and contraction, right? Love is expansion. Love, openness, gratitude, appreciating life, expanding our awareness, expanding our connections to the universe. Yay, go us. But then there's the other side of it. There's contraction and stress. Stress is all about contraction, isn't it? Stress is about clenching and tightening. And I feel myself when I think about that, those stressful days, or I think about my daughter under those stressful days now. I feel my body drawing together, and I feel the clench of stress, even when I'm only imagining it from someone else. So that just tells us how oh, there's my little bird friends. That tells us how powerful it is and how much it can take over. And when you're busy, focused on your life, your family, your job, your volunteerism, whatever it is that that keeps you busy. When you're focused on that, sometimes we don't feel that clench inching up, taking over, starting to constrict our very shoulders, our very moment. Imagine your brain. We talk about the goodness and the health of brain is based on elasticity, or called plasticity, and that's the ability for your brain to be flexible, to move around. Well, how is it supposed to move around? Let new neurons through, let new thought patterns through, let healthy thought patterns through. When you're clenched, everything is clenched tight. The only paths that are open are the old ways of thinking. So recharging is a part of life, right? You don't have a battery think about it. I guess think about yourself as a battery. Batteries need to be recharged, either recharged or replaced, right? And we're not replacing you, so we're recharging. And like a battery that is recharged, as you get to the end of its energy cycle, it starts to slow down. And as I said, there are signs. We can feel it, right? We can feel it. We're annoyed at everything. When I get to the end of when the clench starts happening, stress pulls in, get annoyed at little things that normally just roll off your back, right? Sometimes it's hard to make decisions. It's hard to think through a thought because our mind is darting everywhere. These are signs of stress. So what do? We recharge. We take care of ourselves. Sometimes it feels selfish. Sometimes it feels, in this busy life when everyone is depending on me, I've got these small children that can't do anything for themselves. I'm in charge at work, and these people, I have to be there to help them. They cannot get the job done if I'm not there. We start feeling like there's just no time to take care of ourselves because we have so much to do. And this is the beginning of the burnout, right? Because if you don't take time for yourself, you cannot sustain it forever. You cannot sustain being on full charge forever without a recharge. So, taking time for yourself, not selfish, not distraction, not taking away from all the things you have to do. It's a part of what is necessary to get those things done. It is necessary to recharge your batteries occasionally. And that means what? Expanding, relaxing, stepping away from the clench. And having some time and space. And when I'm talking space, I'm talking about space in your head to think, to feel, to be. When you're too busy to simply be, good sign that you are approaching burnout and need a little recharge. So what can you do to recharge? I would love to say take a 2-week vacation, because I'm telling you that was the best thing that ever happened to me. But it's I can think this is the first full 2-week vacation I've ever had in my entire life. Took me a long, long time to get to this point. So maybe 2 weeks isn't available to you. Oh, you like that little thing sticking out of my head there? Maybe 2 weeks isn't available. Maybe even a week isn't available. Maybe you don't have vacation time coming. Or maybe, like my daughter, you got 2 small children. There is no vacation from children, right? There is no time off when you're managing a household of little ones who need you. So maybe you have to go for the mini recharge. And that's what we're talking about today. Nobody needs to sell you on the idea of a 2-week vacation. If you can do it, oh my God, there's nothing better. But in the meantime, between vacations, in the midst of day to day, get her done, gotta be there for everybody. There is no lying down on the job mentality. There are some things you can do for you that, again, not selfish, but necessary. So I got a little list here. I made a little list, and let's go through our list. Well, number one, one of the best ways, take a bath. You got to get clean, right? How much longer can a bath take than a shower? A little bit more. Put the kids to bed. Stay up an extra half an hour. Give up a television show that you were planning to watch. You can find an hour of time to fill the bathtub. Put some salt in it. This is one of the secrets, is Epsom salt, or even better, Dead Sea salt. They pull out the toxins out of your system. This is in the ancient days, they had bathhouses where the people bathed all the time together in the mineral waters. Then we had the Dark Ages. Nobody bathed, right? Bathing was seen as we got away from bathing, European culture, but taking a bath, one of the most relaxing things you can do for yourself. And it's practically free, right? Take your clothes off, get into the bathtub, turn on some quiet, relaxing music, or maybe not, maybe no music. Turn the lights down. Just relax. Just imagine your troubles floating off of you into the water. Imagine the salts pulling the stress out of your body into the water to be washed down the drain. Simple and fun. Another thing is an exfoliating scrub. Again, I recommend the salt. You can use oats or something natural, but again, I'm going to go with the sea salt is the best. Good circulation reduces stress, boosts energy. And how do you get circulation? Scrub your skin. Get you a loofah or a scrunchie, as I call it, right? Or a scrub with some kind of texture to it. Scrub the heck out of your skin. Scrub it till it hurts. Get the change the vibration of your body through scrubbing and circulating. Oh my gosh, you'll be so happy you did. Change your diet. Been feeling so sluggish this last few days. We didn't eat great on vacation. I'm going to tell you, we ate a lot of fun food, and then we came home and had to finish up all the food we brought home. So I haven't been eating as healthy as I normally do, and boy, can I feel it. I just feel heavy. I'm fasting today because that's what I do when I don't feel well, right? Fast. But I will tell you, there is nothing like a little change in your diet. Eat a salad. Eat something that feels healthy. Get a little boost from good food, good food in your system. Okay, another thing is deep breathing. You know that 10 minutes of deep breathing a day actually is so beneficial for you. It resets your nervous system. It helps train your brain to operate out of your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest place, as opposed to your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, right? That's our goal. Move from fight or flight into rest and digest. So do some deep breathing. That'll take you there. Or stretching. Stretching is like, okay, I consider stretching is like exercising without the sweating. I love it, right? As we get older, we start tightening our muscles just naturally. Again, we're back to elasticity, plasticity. Our muscles get denser, they get tougher, they get less flexible. What's the secret? Stretching. 10 minutes of stretching a day can keep you from losing Let your range of motion, right, can keep you from becoming a little stiff old person who has to turn their whole body instead of having complete range of motion. Stretching feels fabulous. So many times I don't want to do it. I don't want to stretch. And then I do it and I'm thinking, what is keeping me from doing this all the time? It feels fabulous. Your muscles will thank you. Your body will thank you. Your brain will thank you. The stretching is secret. The stretching is exercise. And so you are getting the benefits of moving the muscles and releasing those good endorphins and getting a little boost from stretching. If you feel like it, go for the exercise. Take a walk. Do some jumping jacks. That's even more bonus. But if not, maybe a little yoga. Maybe a little sun salutation in the morning. Maybe a little just stretching and moving your body. Stress causes contraction. That's we talk about all the time, right? Contraction causes constriction, and that causes accidents. This is how you fall down and hurt yourself, because you're constricted and you're moving and you're tight and there's no flexibility. Be like a bowl of jelly. Stretch. Give your body some movement. Your self will. It's like a little recharge all by itself. Your body will thank you. Or just walk. If you don't want to, stretching sounds like too much work, right? Exercise, I don't want to do it. Just walk. Just take yourself out of the house and walk around the block at a pretty good pace. Get your arms moving, get your legs moving. Sing a little song while you're doing it. But oh my gosh, it's a recharge. A walk is a recharge all by itself. And you want to go for, pro tip, you want to go for some bonus points in the relaxation world. Take your shoes off. Go for a walk on the bare ground. If you can be on grass, even better. Even better. Walk on the grass with or the dirt or the sand. Walk on your bare feet on the ground. Let your body connect with Mother Earth. Let her send recharging energy through your feet. Get rid of some of those so much technology is just around us all the time. Grounding dubs it out on the ground, lets the inertness of the earth kind of counterbalance all those electrical charges you're being bombarded with all day. Take a walk with your bare feet. That's a recharge all by itself, right? Okay, so see the dichotomy, I'm looking at my notes. The dichotomy of this is when you're super stressed and tired, you don't have the energy to do these things, right? We just want to sit down in front of the TV. That's all that it feels like that we have the energy for. But sitting down in the front of the TV is actually going to make you more tired. If you're trying to get a little recharge, circulate some blood, spark some endorphins and going on in your brain here, requires movement. So while it sounds good to sit in front of the TV, just know that 10 minutes later, you're going to feel even worse. But 10 minutes of walking, then come back and watch your TV show. Take your walk. Get yourself all recharged. Then see if you still want to watch your TV show. Do the recharge first. And, okay, aromatherapy. Lavender, sage, rosemary, peppermint, essential oils are your friend. A little aromatherapy. Again, as you're on your walk and you see a flower, bend down and take a whiff. See a lavender plant? Pick you a little bit. Smell it. Get a little recharged. Studies show your olfactory senses, some of the most powerful you got going for you. Use them. Use them to your advantage. Oh, excuse me. Get a little recharge. Here's another thought to help you lighten your load. You got to learn to say no. Sometimes you just got to say no. We just can't do everything we want to do every minute of every day, right? Sometimes priorities. There's time for everything. One of my favorite Bible verses, right, is for every time there's a season. We could sing turn, turn, turn. But For everything there is a season. For everything there is a time. All the things you want to do can be done. They can't all be done at one time. Sometimes you got to say no and have priorities. I'm going to save this for another time so that you can have some downtime. You can't fill every moment. I make this mistake all the time. I like people. I like to do things. I like to say, yes, I can do that. Yes, I can help with that. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, you're so busy that every single second is taken up doing the things you've committed to doing. And there's no time to just be, to take that walk, to take that bath, to do those stretches. So sometimes you got to say, I just don't have time for that in my schedule right now. Catch up with me next month. All right, a few more ideas. Get more sleep. I'm not going to talk about sleep because that's a whole show. We've talked about that before, but get regular sleep. This is the long-term plan. This isn't something you're going to do to fix your burnout today, but it is something you can do to plan to keep from going to burnout in the future. And that is to develop good sleeping habits, good going to bed habits, good nighttime habits, and good wake up practices. And I got a whole show on that. We'll do that another time, but there's limitless information out there. But good sleep, it's everything. Get regular rest too. Let's forget about sleep. How about rest? I love a nap. I'm so happy, again, back to the blessed life. I'm so happy that in this blessed time in my life, I'm blessed with the opportunity to take a nap if I want to. Lucky me. I say that as a person who has paid my dues, raised my children, had my career. But I was there. I did it. I was in all those places you are right now, where kids don't. Like I said, you don't get a minute off with kids. Most of the time, the boss does not provide a break room where you get to lay down and take a nap. I get that. But when you can, on a Saturday afternoon, or when the baby takes a nap, right? And you think, I'm going to take this time and get those dishes done, get that floor cleaned up. No. You take a nap. You lay down. You get some rest. The dishes will be there. They're not going anywhere. You get some rest. Regular, let's see. Okay, and then maybe those are physical recharges. Those are ways to physically recharge. Here's a quick list. Oh, I'm running long today. That's right. Oh, did I lose you? Anyway, how about some mental recharges? One of the best ways is make a list of your accomplishments. Sometimes we get to feeling overwhelmed. We get to feeling like we're behind. We can't catch up. There's no way we have the skills or the strength or the energy to do all the things that are on our plate. And we are, and as we're running, the finish line is, I'm sorry, we have a little runny nose. And as the finish line seems like it's getting farther and farther away from us, not closer and closer to us, right? Make a list of your accomplishments of your whole life, everything you've ever done that's proud of you. And you know what? Maybe you've already made this list. If not, definitely take a few minutes to make it. It's super charging to remember all the goodness you've done, all the great things you've done, all the times when you felt like you couldn't do it and you did it. Make that list. And then you know what? Keep that list and keep it handy. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, pull it out and read it. I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty great. I can do this. I know I feel tired and overwhelmed right now, but look at this list. Be proud of yourself. Life is hard. Those little things, just getting through the day sometimes. That's your accomplishment, right? Just remember how just awesome you are. And then you know what? Let go of your past mistakes. We spend a lot of time. Sometimes stress is self-induced. Sometimes stress, we bring it on because we just keep remembering a failing, a time we wished we'd behaved better than we had, a mistake. And then instead of learning from that mistake, we decide we need to relive that moment. We need to almost punish ourselves by remembering and sticking our thumb in the wound, right? Poking around, making it worse than it is. That's no good. That's no good for anybody. You don't deserve it, and you don't need it. So here's my recommendation. I like to let go of things through fire. So get you a candle or build a fire. You feel you got a lot of stuff to let go of, build you a little fire. If not, just get a candle. Take a twig or a piece of paper. Just blow all your troubles into that twig. Or write them down on a piece of paper. Whatever sounds good to you, right? But physically release those things that are dogging you through the writing down, through the blowing, and then burn it. Take the piece of paper you wrote those things down on, or the leaf or the twig that you blew your troubles into. Let them burn up. Watch the smoke. Watch the smoke take them away. No longer yours to deal with. Sometimes a physical ceremony, I don't know what to call it, a physical ritual can be very empowering. And then when you start thinking about it again, you're thinking, oh, I'll let that go. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So we're talking about recharging, re-energizing, calming down, letting go of the clench. Find some time for fun. Find your family, find your friends. Make sure they're the ones who lift you up. Make sure these are not the family and friends that drag you down. But find the ones who make you feel good, who make you laugh, who make you feel like the world is a place you love being in. Find the people whose sparkle matches yours and make time with them, right? Invite somebody for lunch. Go out for coffee. Just give them a phone call and say, I just needed to hear your voice. I just needed to laugh a little bit today, and I knew I could laugh if I called you. Your friend will love you for it, and you will feel so recharged. A good conversation with a friend, a good I love you, I'm there for you. I know I haven't seen you in months, but I'm thinking about you. That's a boost you can live on for a while, isn't it? All right. And now we're getting to the right? Pray. Meditate, pray, go inside, ask for peace, ask for help. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Who is it that helps you? Do you invite Jesus to help you? Is it your spirit guide? Is it your guardian angel? Is it your grandmother? It doesn't matter. Who helps you in times like this that you can pray to for some extra uh, extraordinary help outside the ordinary, bigger than you, bigger than life, bigger than today? Who can help you? And here's the end of my list, because I'm getting close to the end of my show. Take a break from technology. 2 weeks off social media. Oh my gosh, it was delightful. In fact, I'm having a hard time coming back onto it, honestly. Learn to love my life again, right? Take the break from social media. It's fake. Well, not this show, of course, but stop competing with everybody's perfect Instagram world. That's not who you are. That's not who they are. Take a break. And finally, I will say, do something artsy. I'm all about the art. Do something art. One of my most fun brand new art loves is modeling clay. I bought the good old Crayola. Amazon has it for like $15. You get a set of oh oh or paint. They have even coloring books. They've proven even you don't even have to be artistic. You don't want to feel too tired to even create something. Get you a coloring book and a set of do my commercial for Crayola again. Get you a set of colored pencils. Just sit and color in. Get one of those adult coloring books where they're really intricate designs. Just start coloring it in. You will be amazed at the peace and calm and slow down and catch up and recharge just from laying down a little color on a piece of paper. Sounds silly, right? Sounds crazy. Don't knock it till you try it, because it's relaxing. And then finally, I said it was final, but I had one more. I'm not a good counter. I had one final, and that is when you're really stressed, when you really need a break and you need to tell someone, but there's no one you want to talk to. This is where your journal is your friend. Sometimes we need to vent. Sometimes we need to get it out of here and out here, and you don't want to talk about it. There's no one you want to let share in your little private pity party, your little private overwhelmed moment. Maybe there's just no one you want to talk to. That's okay. Get you out a journal. Write it down. Let the words just pick up the pen and start writing anything. I'm not a good journaler. You don't have to be a good journaler. Just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And start answering the question. And let those emotions flow from yourself out through your arm, through your pen, onto the paper, releasing them. Then you get it. Once the words are out of your head and onto the paper, you've released them. You've let them go. You've shared them. You've acknowledged them. You've said, yes, this is how I'm feeling. And now I can move on to doing something different. So try the journal. As always, go back to gratitude. Remember how blessed your life really is. The overwhelmed is just a moment. It's just a moment in time. You got through it many times before. You're going to get through it again. All right. That's enough for the pep talk today, right? This is it. Magic Monday. You can do it. We all have to take time to take care of ourselves. There's nobody else that's going to do it for you. That's the thing about self-care. No one can do it for you. And really rarely can anyone even tell you when it's time that you need to take care of some self-care. That's all you. And if you feel guilty about it, if you think you don't have time, if you think you're letting something that's more important go to take care of yourself, just remember this one thing. Put the oxygen mask on first. That's the best analogy I can recommend that says it is not selfish to take care of yourself. What's selfish is to let yourself burn out so that you can't be there for those who are depending on you. So that's our talk for today. I love brewing happiness. I love bringing a chat, a thought, just an idea every morning. Love to hear what you think. If you're watching this on the replay, leave me a comment. If you're watching it live, say hello so I know you're here. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet. It'll be something fun, something about happiness. But until then, make it a happy day. So I feel like how to unlive my, oh, here we go. Now I mean it. Goodbye.